sacrément mignon, le petit soldat anglais. Sois discrète, il est juste à côté de nous. Il a un accent bizarre, tu trouves pas?
Le petit Flanagan est de retour. Is that bird real? It's certainly well trained.
Mais Simon, ce n'est pas Flanagan.
No, this is Harry. Harry Lambert.
Ah bah il lui ressemble. Nice to meet you, Harry.
Flanagan was my photographer before you, Harry. You'd have liked him, I think. He was a good photographer. He was a good man.
Ah!
So what happened to young Flanagan then?
Oh, the song. He...
Are you alright, Major?
Perfectly fine, yes. Let's just finish the game, shall we?
Du solltest dich entspannen, Soldat. Komm, trink einen mit uns. Die von der IR 125 waren vor ein paar Monaten hier. Jede Menge Verwundete.
Eine Katze? Hier? Unglaublich. Tut mir leid, nie gesehen.
Das ist vielleicht ein Wetter, hä? Fast wieder heim. IR 125? Die Jungs habe ich nie getroffen. Tut mir leid, mein Freund. Eins muss man den Franzosen lassen. Sie haben ein paar schöne Flüsse. Den kenne ich nicht. Tut mir leid.
Noch nie gesehen, tut mir leid. Ich hoffe, du findest ihn. Sieht wie ein guter Junge aus. Sigmund kann sich vielleicht an deinen Sohn erinnern. Er hat ein Register. Du findest ihn auf dem Friedhof.
Wolf hat zu viel getrunken. Wenn das ein Offizier sieht, kriegen wir richtig Ärger. So viele Gesichter. Da verliert man irgendwann den Überblick. Ich kann dir leider nicht helfen.
Waldner, stimmt's? Kurt Waldner. Ich habe einen Brief für Sie. Ich hoffe nur gute Nachrichten aus der Heimat.
My dearest Kurt, I understand and support you in what you are doing. But I must tell you, Lucy is ill, Kurt. It is her chest. Dr. Siegfried visited yesterday to examine her, and he seems concerned. I believe he suspects tuberculosis, though he will not say. It is difficult to find medicine in the village. Supplies are scarce. Please, try to come home. Your daughter needs you. I love you. Always. Katrin.
Well, I don't seem to be winning much, do I? Come on, Harry. Follow me. François, mon ami. Let us in, would you?
Major Barrett, ça par exemple. How are you, sir?
Alive and well, François. This is Harry. I'm showing him the wonders of Paris.
You brought him to the right place. Bienvenue, Harry. Apologies, Harry. We have a strict no-pigeon policy here.
Major Barrett, it's been a while.
Ah, mon cher Marie. Harry, this is Marie.
Excuse me, Major, I am not old. If you want anything, Harry, you just ask. Don't be shy now.
Ici, on se divertit comme nulle part ailleurs. Vous pouvez me croire.
C'est un appareil photo? Comme c'est chic! Will you take my photo, please? And don't forget to send me a copy.
Ouais, mais malheureusement, il faut une carte de membre pour y accéder.
M'en fiche qu'on me traite de planqué. J'irai pas me battre pour ces abrutis.
Oh, mais ça va pas, mon petit Luc, aujourd'hui? Tu devrais rentrer t'occuper de tes gosses.
Oh, je suis un habitué. Leur spectacle valent le détour, c'est certain.
Here, Harry. This is a member's card. Feel free to visit the VIP lounge. I'm going to catch up with Marie.
T'es Canadien? Vous avez fait un sacré boulot à Vimy, les gars.
Hey, sweetheart. I hope you're enjoying the cabaret.
Welcome to our place, sir.
J'ai pas assuré l'autre soir. Je peux plus aller au salon privé. Oh, quel dommage. Si tu voyais ça. Ah, you have a member's card. Enjoy the lounge.
Hello, young man. Make yourself comfortable. We'll be right with you.
Imagine that. The VIP lounge of a club in Paris. It was a world away from being trapped underground with a German. I still wondered about Kurt. What was he doing right now? Wherever he was, I hoped he was happy. Hell, I just hoped he was alive.
You should see the graves, Catherine. So many lives, so many hopeful young men, now covered in dirt. I had to know if Max was one of them.
Die Arbeit hier so zwischen den Toten ist ganz schön hart. Danke für deine Hilfe. Eine Katze. Hier. Es sieht aus wie sein Vater.
Ich erinnere mich an sein Regiment. Die armen Jungs. Sie kamen verwundet aus Perron hier an. Wie die Löwen haben sie gegen die Tommys gekämpft. Du kannst stolz auf deinen Sohn sein. Die meisten sind hier begraben. Komm mit.
I cannot describe how it felt to search for his grave. How it felt to look for something I hoped I wouldn't see. I found the graves of Mac's unit. Most were buried and accounted for, except one, an unmarked grave. A grave with no name. I could not leave the place without knowing the truth, Catherine. May God have mercy on my soul.
Merde, fais-le sortir. Tue-le s'il le faut.
Ah! Did you see that? Tue-le! Tue-le, je vais prévenir les gens!
I'd grown attached to that bird. Hell, she'd been with me for months. But to the folks at the cabaret, she was just a pest to be killed. Wherever she was, I just had to find her and make sure she was safe. Where are you going? You know, it's funny. At the time, I was so shocked I wasn't even sure it was him. But the only person who looks like Barrett is Barrett. And if I hadn't been at the window at that precise moment, well, maybe things would have been different. Who knows?
Ah! Comment un pigeon a-t-il pu entrer ici?
Seigneur, cet oiseau est fou!
Are you kidding me? Come on! Come to Harry! Now, I don't know if you've ever found yourself in this position before, but sometimes you just gotta go with your gut.
C'est un super numéro que t'as là. Dancing with a Pigeon. Mais comment tu peux faire ça? Mais je suis brillant.
But it was not Max, Katrin. He is still alive. I know it. Please tell Lucy. The cat is still with me. You will meet her one day. I promise. This is my confession, Katrin. I know it was wrong, but I will do anything to find our son. I must. I pray for Lucy's health, and I will return as soon as I can. My thoughts have become dark of late. The others treat me differently now. Perhaps they know what I did. I fear what will become of me if I stay here too long. I do not know where Max is, and I'm running out of places to look.
Barrett was never the same after that day. I tried to talk to him, tried to thank him for showing me Paris, but he wouldn't even look at me. So I kept my mouth shut over the next few weeks and kept taking photos. They put more and more of my pictures in the papers back home, fully credited. I felt like a star.
Here, Lottie. Come hierher.
Lucy is still caught. It is her chest. Dr. Siegfried visited yesterday, and he seems concerned. I believe he suspects tuberculosis. Please, try to come home. Your daughter needs you. I love you. Always. Katrin.
Every night I have the same dream, Katrin. It is so vivid. The cat finds our son's body in a field of flowers. I see it whenever I sleep. Last night, the dream was different. I saw a dead tree amongst the flowers. The same tree exists out on no man's land, here at the Somme. I ventured out onto no man's land, alone. The others would later call me crazy, but I didn't expect them to understand. The corpses on no man's land tell their own stories of battles won and lost. To begin with, I found only French soldiers. I made a decision that day. Wherever these men were born, I would not forget them. I would remember every single name. But there were German soldiers too, Katrin. It is not easy confronting these bodies of men who once lived. But I had to continue, had to persist.
Show us the pigeon trick again, Harry. It's so good. You got quite the reputation. Everyone wants to see the pigeon man. Go pigeon!
Send the pigeon to Raphael's face.
Yeah, any chance that pigeon of yours could grab me an extra cheese ration? Chef didn't want me to have it. There's one right next to him.
Damn bird.
Oh, that's not your cheese. You're a star.
Give it back.
Hey,
Oh, Jesus Christ! Harry! Can't you see I'm busy over here, mate? Right, just please. I know you've got a pigeon, and I know it's very clever, but leave me alone. Go take some photos or something.
Seems that bird of yours is more useful than some of the men. J'aime cet endroit. C'est calme et paisible. C'est étrange de se dire que beaucoup de gens sont morts ici. T'as combattu ici, non? Comment c'était? Pour être honnête, j'ai du mal à croire que j'ai survécu. J'ai perdu mon frère dans la Somme. Ouais, toutes mes condoléances. T'as entendu ça? Y a quelqu'un? J'ai vu du mouvement.
Was it madness to head on to no man's land? Perhaps. At the time, I thought only of my dream, only of the dead tree.
Par ici, viens dire bonjour. Allez, petit chat.
I found 3 bodies from Alpirsbach, boys from home. I'm so sorry. The first was Karl Günther. Please give his family my condolences. Bette's son was there also. I know she will be devastated.
Oh, c'est beau ici. Et qui a pu planter ces fleurs? Avec tous ces cadavres, elles poussent facilement. Ouais, ces pauvres garçons. Ils nourrissent les plantes. Ouais, je suppose qu'on finira tous par nourrir les plantes.
The last was Jonas, you know, Dr. Siegfried's boy. He was a good friend to Max.
Pas un pas de plus, Rit. Arrête-toi, ou je tire.
Attends une seconde. Je pense qu'il vient juste pour les morts.
And though Max was not there, these boys were all someone's son. All these boys deserved a proper burial. I became consumed by the task. It takes its toll on a man, the constant presence of death.
Harry Lambert, you say? You got a letter from Julia Taylor. Sound familiar? All good news, I hope.
Dear Harry, it is simply not the same here without you. I have no one to talk to. And if I didn't know him better, I would say that even Father misses you. Thank you for your photograph, Harry. It is terrifying to consider that those bullets will all be fired at the enemy. It makes war seem all the more real. They say back home that the war will be over soon. You shall be home before you know it. I do enjoy receiving your pictures. Please send another when you get a chance. Sincerely yours, Julia.
Hey, Harry! Barrett was looking for you.
We're all dead. All of us.
I tell you, Harry, today's a good day for eating. I got an extra cheese ration.
We're all dead.
Loca, let me sleep.
Good one, Harry.
Hey, Harry, still in Barrett's bad books? I'm sure he'll come around. Maybe show him a pigeon trick sometime. Everyone loves those.
I never want to forget this, eh? Take a picture for me, could you?
Come on, Lambert, get on with it.
Thanks, mate. Much obliged.
Do you really think my men have time for your stupid little tricks? Make yourself useful and fetch my documents. I don't care how you do it, boy. Just get my documents.
Looking back, I don't know what I was thinking sending the bird. I guess I wanted to put a smile on the Major's face, to take things back to the way they were before Paris. Instead, with his plans flying out over no man's land, all I got was silence.
This will sound strange, but a bird found me in the depth of my despair. It carried intelligence from the enemy, pulled me from my madness. I had to act. Saved by a bird, Katrin. And there was only one person who could have sent it.
Then the Major turned, closest thing to the devil I'd ever seen. "Do you realize what you've done?" he roared, inches from my face. "Do you have any idea what was on those papers?"
I told my superiors I found the plans in no man's land. I could not decipher the information they contained, but I hear we are to be moved to Passendale.
I don't expect you to believe this, but not only did that bird fly back to me, it brought a message with it. Danke, hero. Could it be possible that this bird of mine somehow found the German?
I have arrived at Passendale. Every man now carries a gas mask. Some question why the officers even expect a gas attack. But I know. How much had the young Canadian suffered to give me this information?
Truth be told, most of war is just kind of waiting around for something to happen. And I waited at Passchendaele for months before something finally did.
All men feared the gas at Passchendaele. All we could do was prepare for it.
Sie rechnen wohl heute mit dem Angriff.
Warum sollten wir sonst Masken tragen? Kurt Waldner, ich habe einen Brief für Sie.
Dear Kurt, I'm at a loss to explain the Canadian's motives in sending you the information he did. Is it possible he sympathizes with the German cause? Perhaps he wishes to warn only you, so you might avoid the gas altogether. It makes me anxious to consider you are only stationed at Passchendaele because of the information he sent.
Saved by a bird, Katrin. There was only one person who could have sent it.
Hell, I survived Vimy. If I got lucky, maybe I'd survive Passchendaele.
Hey, Harry! Barrett was looking for you. Move along, friend. Ah, there you are. Good of you to join us, Lambert. Get up there, boy. Take photos. Ready, boys?
No one wanted to go over the top. Not a single one of us.
Enemy
Hell, I just did what we all did. I followed orders.
Lean out your ears and
For my country. For the greater good.
is war.
For Julia.
Another massacre begun. Once more, we traded blood for yards gained. And amongst it all, the cat was nowhere to be found. It may seem like madness, but I promised Lucy she would meet the cat one day. I promised.
Bitte hilf mir, Kurt! Meine Gasmaske!
Kurt, unser Scharfschütze hat einen Trupp in der Nähe gesehen, aber ich kann sie nicht richtig hören. Kannst du dir mal den Verstärker im ersten Graben ansehen? Wir müssen in Verbindung bleiben, sonst ist die Schlacht für uns verloren.
Gott! Hilf mir!
Wir werden verlieren, ich weiß. Danke, mein Freund.
Both sides fought to control a church, the largest landmark on the battlefield.
Don't go further! Wait to pin this in! If only we could cut off their communication! What the hell are you doing, Harry? This is no place for a photographer! Looking for Barry! Last I saw it, I'm into that cemetery over there! I don't want to die here! Help! Help me! I owe you my life, friend! Thank you! Barrett passed by yelling, "For the Empire!" He loves this war.
Congratulations to have found all collectibles of Part 2. Here is how we created the story and the music of the game.
Right now, music for video games is really the most innovative music going on at the moment. Normally I start off with a Skype conversation with Olivier, and he's got some very definite ideas of how to approach it.
Well, I think I've been very lucky to work on this game. I worked very closely with the writers. We've been discussing on a daily basis the characters. The music now is much more about telling the story.
The subtlety we want to convey in the game go through the music first. The war has to be personified in a way, and the music plays that role.
The orchestra is there to express a lot of colors. With Impressionism, I have a lot of, harmonics that are like all spread around. It's quite simple, you might say, but all of a sudden it takes like a lot of dimensions.
For us, it was story first, and it was, as long as we make a strong character-driven story and use the war as a backdrop rather than make it about the war, that was our focus.
The core aspects were in place, the two characters, the animals, but there was a lot of story and a lot of things that Digix Art wanted to get into the game.
It's difficult to find a way to express all ideas into a single experience. The coordination between the creative teams all around the world was a massive challenge, and the deadline of the game could not be changed.
You'll notice that there are no villains in this game. Each of the characters that you think may be a villain will hopefully have a redeeming arc somewhere.
When you're dealing with a subject matter like war, to talk about things in terms of good and bad and right and wrong, it just feels so absolutely wrong. We just wanted to write everybody is very, very human, and everything is just shades of morally grey. It's up to the player to kind of decide what they think is best in any given situation.
There's real opportunity for there to be an emotional response. This inherently has that built into the fabric of the storytelling by the very nature of the fact that it takes place during such an intense time in our history, and they've chosen to zero in on one side and the other side, but humanizing those two sides so that we can relate to both of them and their own experiences without it being this or that, or this is the enemy, this is not the enemy. And I think that will be really powerful.
Somewhere out there was the cat. I had to find her.
Siehst du sie? Sie verstecken sich in den Ruinen. Diese Kirche gehört uns.
Ich glaube, da hinten war was. Da hinten.
Ich suche mir einen besseren Platz zum Schießen. Someone, please!
I guess we thought we could gas him out, but the Germans held steady. I'd let the Major down recently. I wanted to prove myself, to make it up to him. Only, I didn't know how.
She was safe. Thank God. I later wondered if she led me to that place on purpose. As if she knew something I did not. But I'm superstitious like that.
Harry, Barrett's gone mad. He's gonna get himself killed. Chris are holding us off from the tower.
I remember it clearly. I saw a side of Barrett that day I'd never seen before, and that I wouldn't soon forget. Every man has his demons.
Barrett's up ahead. Like that. Just talk to him, okay? I could do this all day, Frank.
The war took its toll on all of us. Even Barrett.
Over here, Harry! Get a photo of this. Just for me, eh?
I didn't see the shell. Didn't know what happened. But I knew I needed help.
Harry, bist du das? Das ist unglaublich.
What happened? Am I dead?
Beweg dich nicht, verstanden? Ich helfe dir. Nicht bewegen.
What are you doing? You're German.
Hier sind wir erstmal sicher. Wie geht es dir? Bist du verletzt?
Whoa. How am I still alive?
Hörst du? Da kommen Soldaten. Das klingt nach Deutschen. Versteck dich irgendwo, los.
Hey! Wo bist du, Tommy? Kannst du uns helfen, Kurt? Wir hören immer wieder Geräusche. Da war etwas bei den Menschen. Ich nehme nach. Vorsicht! Könnte eine Falle sein. Wo bist du, Tommy? Kannst du uns helfen, Kurt? Wir hören immer wieder Geräusche. Was machst du denn, Kurt? Da ist jemand hinter der Kiste. Wir hören immer wieder Geräusche. Ich habe auch was gehört. Davon! Sucht alles ab, Männer! Wenn ich in der Welt bin, Was machst du hier, Kurt? Wenn du irgendwelche Tommys siehst, dann sag es uns.
Ich glaube, da hinten war was. Da hinten.
Hey, Kurt! Heb mal den Balken hoch! Ich muss da durch!
Please, don't shoot. Don't shoot. I'm just a photographer. Understand?
Hey,
photographer.
Hey, Freunde, lasst ihn. Seht ihr nicht? Er hat doch keine Waffe. Lasst ihn.
I tried to save him.
He tried to save me.
But I failed.
Birdman, wake up. Come with me. We don't got much time. You transfer out tomorrow, right? Well, this is your last chance to get your camera back. Come on.
A prisoner of war, a phrase I'd never have understood back home in Canada. But there I was, 4 months into a stretch, at the pleasure of the German army. I was to be transferred out to the country. I'll never forget that last day. They'd taken my notebook, my camera. This was my last chance to get them back.
Come here. Hurry, quick. Come here. Hurry, quick. Come on, Harry.
Wir verhungern hier noch.
Und erfrieren.
Die Gefangenen jammern ja auch ständig, aber...
Hey, auf dem Land ist es noch schlimmer.
Da kannst du nicht rein.
Da
Raus
wird
hier.
langsam alles knapp.
Da kannst du nicht rein. Raus hier!
So, on cleaning duty this morning, I went through all their cupboards. I got your camera, your notebook, and anything else with your name on. I stashed it all together. It's ready to go. Listen, I'm on a break, but they got me cleaning the guard block again. You know what that means? Today's the day, Birdman. Shift starts again soon, and there's only one guard right now. Come on. Come on, Harry. Come on, Harry. Come on, Harry. Okay, Birdman, time to do your thing. Wait until I'm inside. You distract the Fritz, and I'll get your stuff. I'll meet you out back. I've already stashed your things. I just need a distraction, like we discussed, right? Come on, Harry.
Komm rein, Julian.
Oh!
Blöde Gefangene. Jemand sollte sie alle erschießen. Alle.
Come here. Harry, quick. Here's your stuff. Go hide it in your bunk before anyone sees.
I had to hide them. A stack of letters. Months' worth. The guards have been holding all of our mail. Now you'd think, that many letters from Julia, I'd have torn them open. But if I got caught, I'd never get out. I had to hide them. It was torture. I'd also forgotten that Kurt had given me his address, back in Vimy. He lived on a farm, and I was due to be transferred out to the country. It gave me an idea, and I knew just the man who could help. Yes.
Dear Katrin, 4 months of asking and still they do not grant my leave. All that is left is my duty now. I wake some mornings forgetting why I came here in the first place. The only thing that keeps me going, the only light I see are these letters home to you and our darling daughter. The weather here has turned a lot colder. I ride surrounded by snow. Please tell Lucy.
So I had Kurt's address and was to be transferred to the country the next day. If anyone knew how to change a movement order, it would be my friend Julian.
Change the address on your movement orders? Impossible. You're crazy. You can try, but it's your funeral, Birdman. Follow me. Right in the cabinet at the back. But that's the officers' quarters. You're not getting in there without a damn good distraction.
Soccer. I hadn't played since I was at school. I hated sports. I was never any good at them. But for my plan, I didn't need to be.
Wow, no more football for us. Our ball's stuck on the roof.
I can't believe it, Harry. Thank you so much. You want to play? Come on. Okay, wait until I'm ready, and then shoot.
One lucky kick was all I needed, and I got it. That ball was my way in.
Was zum Teufel soll das? Hier liegt überall Glas. Ah, schon wieder dieser dämliche Ball. Jeden Tag immer das Gleiche. Verfluchter Krieg.
I was on the train before I had the chance to finally read Julia's letters. I was so distracted. I didn't even care if I was going to Kurt's farm or not. My heart was pounding.
Dear Harry, thank you for all the wonderful photos you send to me. I received no reply from my last letter. Please write back. My dearest Harry, I will not believe harm has come to you. I cannot bear the thought of a world without you in it. I love you, Julia.
And for the first time, those letters carried the scent of her sweet, sweet perfume. I had to get home.
It had been nearly a year since I had seen my home, since I had seen my family. I could not sleep. At home, I dreamt of war. At war, I dreamt of home.
I wasn't going home. Not yet, anyway. But I did have my camera back. To most on the Allied side, Germany was a machine, efficient and relentless. But there were people starving on that train, people that needed help.
Ich habe solchen Hunger.
Du hast in diesem Wagen nichts verloren, Gefangener. Raus hier! Verschwinde. Geh weg.
Geh weg. Was ist?
I remember a carriage of wounded German soldiers. Some gestured to me for food. I wasn't the hero Julia thought I was. I couldn't help these people. But I could take photos. One day, I thought, when I'm back in Canada, I'll show people what happened.
Man hört nur eins. Alle Mörder.
Hör mal, aber sag nicht weiter. Ich habe etwas Fleisch versteckt. Hast du es dabei? Stimmt. Wir essen es später, sobald wir zu Hause sind.
Ob es im Dorf wohl mehr Lebensmittel gibt? Ja, ich habe Greta gebeten, uns eine Großration.
And as I took those photos, I wondered, had my plan to get to Kurt's farm even worked?
I had 10 days at home and barely knew where to begin. I knew only that Lucy needed me.
etwas Brot haben, Papa? Wo ist mein Bruder, Papa? Hast du ihn gefunden? Mama sagt, du erzählst nicht gerne vom Krieg. Warum, Papa? Mama sagt, wir haben nichts zu essen, weil Krieg ist. Warum braucht der Krieg das ganze Essen, Papa? Hat Lotti dir im Krieg geholfen, Papa? Ist Lotti eine deutsche Katze, Papa? Was hat sie in Frankreich gemacht? Ich möchte eine große Scheibe, Papa.
Es tut mir leid, Liebes. Dieses Stück Brot muss lange reichen.
Meinst du, ich kann auch mal in den Krieg, Papa? Ich will auch gegen den Feind kämpfen, wie du. Ich hab solchen Hunger, Papa. Wenn wir den Krieg gewinnen, gibt es dann wieder Essen? Was hältst du von dem Namen Lotti, Papa? Passt er zu ihr? Baust du immer noch an der Flugmaschine? Mama hat gesagt, du hättest im Schlaf... Papa, können wir Lotti für immer behalten? Erzählst du mir eine Geschichte? Danke, Papa. Du hast mir gefehlt.
Guten Morgen, Kurt. Ich habe Dr. Siegfrieds Stethoskop aus dem Dorf mitgebracht. Für Luzi. Luzi, hast du dein Brot gegessen? Wir brauchen Feuerholz, Kurt. Oh, wir brauchen frisches Wasser aus dem Brunnen, Kurt. Holst du bitte etwas?
Things were different at home. Weird. We have all changed up here. Maybe it was Luzi's illness. Maybe it was the war. But I never mentioned Max, for I could not speak of my failure. I did what I could, but we remained hungry.
I remember that little girl so clearly. She was alone. She was hungry. I couldn't just leave her. Maybe the adults on board could spare a little food.
You know, they let the prisoners walk around, as long as we don't cause trouble.
Was ist los?
Mörder! Du hast hier nichts verloren. Raus hier!
Geh weg!
Ich hab dir nichts zu sagen.
Mörder! Aua!
Whoever that chocolate belonged to, they'd be happy to feed a starving child. Or that's what I told myself anyway.
Schokolade? Hey, er hat Schokolade. Was? Danke. Ich habe aber nichts, was ich dir geben könnte.
Schokolade. Schokolade? Bitte. Was für ein Luxus. Danke. Vielen Dank.
Was glotzt du so? Geh weg!
Oh, danke für die Schokolade.
And for some reason, it reminded me of the man whose life I accidentally sent Allied intelligence to. The German and his cat.
Lotti ist so lustig. Lauf, Lotti, lauf. Lauf, Lotti, lauf. Lotti ist so lustig. Hier, Lotti.
Wie ich sehe, fühlst du dich schon wie zu Hause. Du bist hier immer willkommen, aber geh nicht in mein Bett.
Hey, Lotti. Was machst du hier, Lotti? Ihr Kätzchen. Lottie. Komm hierher.
I did what I could, but Lucy remained ill.
Oh, Lucy. Alles in Ordnung? Kurt! Kurt, komm schnell! Wir brauchen dich! Kurt!
Hey!
Komm schnell! Wir brauchen dich! Kurt, komm schnell! Wir brauchen dich! Kurt! Oh.
I wish I knew how to help my little girl. I came home to see my wife and my daughter, to spend time with my family, and yet none of us spoke. I thought I could come home from the war. I thought I could leave it behind. But I understand now, Katrin, and I'm sorry. I can never leave the war behind. The war follows me wherever I go.
Sure enough, I found myself on Kurt's doorstep. I didn't know how he'd react. It's one thing being friends with the enemy in a tunnel underground, but another being friends out in the open. I needn't have worried, though. Kurt and his family were kind to me. They took me in, gave me a bed to sleep in, cooked me meals. In return, I helped out on the farm and did what I could around the house. A few days later, Kurt took me to a nearby village. There were things his family needed. Lucy, his daughter, was sick. And Germany was struggling to feed itself by that time. Everyone was hungry. So while I looked for food, Kurt looked for medicine for his little girl. Kurt trusted me with one of his ration tickets, but people weren't too friendly. I couldn't believe Kurt still had that cat. She was a funny little creature. You could often see her on the rooftops, chasing birds, I guess.
Du bist hier nicht willkommen. Verschwinde!
Was haben wir denn da?
Das ist der Kriegsgefangene, der Kanadier.
Ist er nicht ein hübsches Kerlchen? Sag sowas nicht, Edith. Das ist der Feind. Er ist ein Mörder.
Ach, Mörder oder nicht, er ist ein sehr stattlicher junger Mann. Mehr sag ich ja nicht.
This is German ration ticket, not yours. You bet ticket, then we play.
Frieda, dein Englisch ist ausgezeichnet.
If you win, you get food. If you lose, we get ticket. Come play. Good. Ticket on table.
Nicht vergessen, Edith. So wie wir es geübt haben.
Was? Hat er gerade gewonnen? Was? Hat er gerade gewonnen? Wie kann der so schnell sein?
Na toll, er hat gewonnen.
Reingefallen, Wanze! Wir haben gar kein Essen!
Kurt, ich habe Klaus das von seinem Bruder erzählt. War das richtig? Jetzt ist er völlig verzweifelt. Gebrochen. Hätte ich nur nichts gesagt. Aber ich danke dir, Kurt, dass du uns die Wahrheit gesagt hast. Ah, das hier habe ich beim Aufräumen gefunden. Schau mal.
Eine Essensmarke? Wir haben noch ein Leib. Nur für Sie.
I finally found a loaf of bread. Food for Kurt's family.
Hey.
Kurt, wie schön, dich wiederzusehen. Dieser Krieg. Nicht einfach, hm? Zumindest wurde Jonas anständig begraben. Dank dir, Kurt. Jonas hat uns vielleicht verlassen, aber deine Tochter ist noch bei uns. Diese Pflanze könnte helfen. Koch sie in Wasser und gib Luzi den Sud zu trinken. Entschuldige mich, Kurt. Ich möchte allein sein. Viel Glück, mein Freund.
Now I could take care of Lucy. I could work on my plan for Harry.
It was then Kurt showed me his plan. Seemed like he wanted to build a balloon. At the time, I had no idea why. A real hot air balloon. And he wanted my help.
Komm mit, Harry. Alles kommt wieder in Ordnung.
I sure hoped Kurt knew what he was doing.
Du bist hier nicht willkommen. Verschwind, Finger weg von der Uniform. Hör auf, uns zu quälen. Moment, ich komme schon. Du Bestie, weg!
Er kommt nie wieder. Du hast mir meinen Sohn geraubt, Mörder. Es gibt nichts, was du mir noch antun kannst.
The inn opened its doors to the public. I knew Kurt was looking for a barrel. This was good timing. But would they let me in? I was the enemy, after all.
Schön, dich wiederzusehen, Kurt. Ich hoffe, Luzi geht's besser. Suchst du immer noch deinen Sohn, Kurt? Der Krieg kennt kein Mitleid, Kurt.
The innkeeper sure seemed good at talking, and Kurt gave him someone to talk to. The perfect distraction.
Eine echte Tragödie. Das heißt, er hätte Hunderte abgeschossen. Die Tommys haben ihn angeblich mit militärischen Ehren bestattet. Gehört sich auch so. Ich mag mir gar nicht vorstellen, wie das so ist, wenn man seine Kinder nicht beschützen kann. In Zeiten wie diesen bin ich froh, dass ich keine Familie habe. Meine Gäste sind meine Familie. Du bist wie mein Bruder, Kurt.
Remember, I had no idea what was going on. What use did Kurt have for a balloon? But whatever I said on the long walk home, Kurt's response was always the same. He pointed toward the sky.
So that is what happened, Katrin. I took these things from the village. I made a plan to help the man who I believed to be the hero, to repay my debt for the time he saved my life, and for the time he sent Allied intelligence to help me. I wanted to build a balloon for him. I wanted to send him home, to set him free.
Any German would kill me as soon as look at me. And I guess that's because of the stories I was told, you know? To folks back home, he would have been an evil Hun. But he was also a father. He was also a husband. And he was also my friend.
But I was too quick to trust the Canadian, too quick to call him a friend. I see now how foolish I've been. I see now I was wrong.
But Kurt wanted to build a balloon, and I think he meant to build it for me.
Something was wrong. My daughter didn't normally call out like that. She didn't make a fuss.
At the time, I thought maybe there'd been an accident and he needed my help. It never occurred to me that I'd done anything wrong. It just never occurred to me.
Harry! Harry! Das ist er. Das ist er. Das ist mein Sohn. Und du hast dieses Bild gemacht. Du warst dort. Ist er tot? Du Mörder!
I was as surprised as Kurt. I didn't know who Max was. It's like the picture of his son triggered something in him. Flipped a switch. You could see it in his eyes. Before we knew it, he packed up early, went back to war, and took a bunch of my photos with him.
Germany is interested only in its final push on the Western Front. They believe they can take Paris. I've not come here for Paris. By chance, I've been reunited with Franz. I haven't seen him since Vimy. Franz is built for war. Cold and detached, he sees the Tommy as vermin. I never used to understand him, but I do now. He will be a valuable ally. He has agreed to help me find the man in the picture.
So that was it. Kurt left. Me? I resolved to build that balloon. I didn't know if I could do it without Kurt, but I knew I had to try. It was a long shot, but I didn't want to spend the rest of my life in Germany. And back home, there was Julia. So I'd build that balloon. Truth be told, there was not much else I could do. I was always grateful to Katrine. Even after everything that happened, she let me stay in the house. Maybe she just liked the company. I don't know. I helped in whatever way I could, and the three of us kind of fell into a routine.
Ich hab Hunger. Ich habe Hunger, Harry. Ist noch Brot da? Du bist lustig, Harry. Du bist so albern und du bringst mich zum Lachen. Nein, geh nicht weg, Harry. Bleib doch für immer in Deutschland. Du bist nicht wirklich ein Feind, oder, Harry? Danke, Harry.
That day, the postman gave me a letter. And for once, it wasn't from Julia. The postmark was from Newport in Belgium.
Ein Brief für Harry Lambert.
Harry, my boy. It took me forever to track you down. I've thought of you often since Passchendaele. And I'm sorry, Harry. For everything. For dragging you into this war. For leaving you there. I swore to protect you and I failed. An officer is only as good as his men. And you are the finest of men, Harry. If you'll take one final order from your old major, it's this. Go home, Harry. The first chance you get. Go home to your girl. You've got the uniform now. I know it's the only reason you joined. She'll love it. With respect and friendship. Barrett.
Wir müssen über die Brücke, bevor sie gesprengt wird, Kurt!
As we move against the Allies, as everyone focuses on the attack, I focus on one thing. I focus on the man in the picture. I will find him for you, Katrin. And I will find the truth.
Komm schon, Kurt! Wir brauchen deine Hilfe! Die
Das
sprengen die
ist ein
Brücke gleich in die Luft!
Breitbandfunkgerät. Vielleicht findest du etwas über die Alliierten heraus.
Die sprengen die Brücke gleich in die Luft! Wir müssen über die Brücke, bevor sie zerstört wird! Die sprengen die Brücke gleich in die Luft!
Vielleicht kommt auf der anderen Frequenz noch mehr über die Alliierten.
Für Deutschland! Los, los, los! Die Brücke gehört uns!
The Major? Last time I saw him was when the shell hit at Passchendaele. I couldn't believe he survived it. I guess what they said in the trenches was true. The war just couldn't kill him. Work on the balloon was slow. I had no idea what I was doing.
Harry. Danke, Harry.
I barely even understood Kurt's plans, but he did, wherever he was.
Dear Catherine, the offensive of Paris failed. We are forced to retreat to Germany. Yet today, I made progress for the first time. I know his name now.
I was as surprised as Kurt. I didn't know who Max was.
Dear Catherine, the offensive of Paris failed. We are forced to retreat to Germany. Yet today, I made progress for the first time. I know his name now.
suchst nach den Kanadiern? Da hinten haben wir einen zurückgelassen.
Die Tommies haben Scharfschützen in diesem Gebiet. Geh lieber nicht weiter.
Every Canadian I capture either claims ignorance or simply misunderstands. They all look at me as if I'm some kind of madman. But this one understood, and this one recognized the man in the picture.
Help! Help! Somebody, please! Please, don't kill me! I'm no threat to you! Is that Major Barrett? I don't know where he is, I swear!
Barrett, Katrin. His name is Barrett.
I daydreamed a lot back then. If I could finish that balloon, I thought, maybe somehow I could escape. Maybe somehow I could get back to Julia. As the months went by, Katrine kept me updated about Kurt. She'd point to maps to show me where he was, explain as best she could. Kurt sure didn't give up easy.
Kurt, das ist Ihr Übersetzer. Was für ein Glück. Bring ihn zum Reden, Kurt. Der hier versteht jedes Wort.
Was wollen Sie denn von mir? Bitte, ich habe einen Sohn. Ich habe das Foto noch nie gesehen. Das schwöre ich. Moment, das ist doch Major Barrett. Sind Sie hinter dem her?
Er weiß etwas. Man sieht's an seinen Augen.
Angeblickt ist er durchgedreht. Er würde abgezogen.
Droh ihm, Kurt. Er hat Angst.
Er ist jetzt am Meer stationiert, in Newport. Mehr weiß ich nicht.
He is in Newport, Katrin, and I will find him. I will find Barrett. It's only a matter of time.
Katrine showed me the letter. Kurt's search for Barrett had led him to the Belgian coast. He'd found him. Whatever Kurt's plan was, it wasn't going to end well. And Katrine knew it. She'd begged me to save her husband. I didn't know if I could find Kurt. Hell, didn't know if I wanted to. But I did have the balloon. And one crazy idea.
I suppose they will call me a deserter now. But I never cared for this war anyway. I only ever cared for Max. Our son, my boy.
Katrine gave me a map of Europe and Kurt's old hunting rifle. I don't know which one of us was more surprised that the balloon even floated. I flew all night in that balloon. Don't know how, but I got there. I was back at war.